Hello and welcome to another vlog from the Blind Angler. Today you catch up with myself and Matthew down on the River Fowey on the south coast of Cornwall, where today we're going to hire a little 16-foot boat and trundle out onto the river and to see what we can catch. Today it could be a bit of a mixed species trip, so fingers crossed that we can land one or two different types of fish for you. Okay, so we're about to jump on the boat, and I'm now joined by Maurice, the gentleman who owns Fowey River Boat Hire, and thank you for having a quick chat with us, Maurice.
Okay.
How long have you been hiring boats for?
About 45 years.
It's a long time then.
Yes.
Blimey.
1971.
Yeah. Brilliant. And where we're going to be going out and about and doing a bit of fishing and so on, what's the bottom like out there?
Well, down by Polruan Castle, the old blockhouse in the harbour entrance,
Yeah.
it's quite a sandy bottom on the
Okay.
Polruan side, and you can probably catch some flatfish out there.
Okay.
This week there's been a lot of mackerel down there by the two marker buoys, which says 6 knots.
Right.
That's by the harbour entrance.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you might be able to catch a bass or two down that end.
Yeah.
But you mustn't catch any bass from a boat from Town Quay upwards, because that's a nursery area.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's all sorts of little fish you can catch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
Like-
chance of black bream?
green, you might catch one.
Yeah.
I know there's been cuckoo fish caught. Have you heard of the cuckoo fish?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. And what about pollock? Is there?
yeah. You probably catch a small pollock. It depends if they're biting.
That's true. That's all it comes down to, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect. And the boat. What size is it? And is it an Orkney?
It's an Orkney long line. It's a 16-foot long.
Yeah.
Quite a nice beamy family boat.
Yeah.
They got a four horsepower engine. Sometimes I got a 5
Yes.
4-stroke engines.
Brilliant. And you've already given us all the buoyancy aids and so on for safety. And anybody that wants to come down and hire a boat with yourself can hire it from half a day up to a week. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you. Because we're going to put Maurice's details on screen, and also we'll put it in the description of the channel, and also on the Blind Angler Facebook page as well. So if you fancy a trip down here, whether it's out with your mates having a bit of fishing or a family trip, then Maurice is the man to call. But thank you very much for having a chat with us today, Maurice. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so we're just anchored up here, fishing fairly close to a couple of rocks just to see if there's a chance of picking up a bass. Both Matthew and I have got 2 rods out, one with a run and leisure, both with squid on, and then we've both got a flapper rig with sand eels on. Now we've just lowered them down, but I don't know if you can see on camera, but we are in some kind of swarm of little midgies. So I'm not sure how long we're going to give it here, maybe 10-15 minutes, just see if we get a nibble and a fish, and if not, I think the plan is to move a bit further out, hopefully away from the flies, but it does look good here that we could possibly pick up a little bass or so, so yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I've just sent down the flapper rig with mackerel and squid, mackerel and sand eel, and we've got a fish on which I think feels like a mackerel itself, to be fair. Just coming up to the boat, and it's a little pollock. It's a little pollock. There we are. First fish of the day. Beautiful. Let's get him in straight away. As I was sorting out the other rod, this one started having a bit of a run, and we're into a fish.
Ah, you've got a mackerel there.
And it is a mackerel. Here it comes. Now this is on the flapper rig. Taking the top hook with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice little mackerel, and we're going to use that one for a nice bit of fresh bait. Okay, so we've had a few little tap 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 bites. We thought it might be crab, just confirmed it. There it is. It's even got my bait, well it did have, in its claw. Caught red-handed, and yeah, it's a good job there's no smooth hounds around us, he would have been bait. Back he goes. Right, so we've been having quite a few bites, little tap tap taps. We've got the smallest hooks we have on, but what we've decided also to do is change from a running leisure on this one to actually using baited feathers, and because after landing a few mackerel, just wondering, we thought that maybe they were bream. There's a good chance they were, but also there's a good chance that they're mackerel. So what we're going to do is we're going to bait these feathers up. These feathers were recommended by Stuart Pike of Orca Charters, and we're going to tip these off with just a little bit of squid each and just see what we get. If it's mackerel, it's mackerel. If it's bream, happy days. Might even be a bass. We're going to finish tipping these off, lower it down, and hope for a fish. Okay, so I've just changed the bait on the flapper rig, free hook flapper, and we're into a fish, which
It's a dogfish.
is a dogfish. Let's see.
He's on the bottom one, so he's still under the water at the moment.
Let's just bring him in so you can have a look.
Do you think we get a doggy today?
Okay, so fish number 3 of the session is a dogfish. Taking a sand eel, and quite surprised to get this one actually today with it being so bright, and we are quite close to some rocks after the bass. So yeah, brilliant. They're actually changing. Well, they're trying to change the names of these to sand sharks to give it a bit more of an appealing name, I guess. But you can feel where he's been feeding. But perfect. Let's get this one back in straight away. Straight away.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to wind in, and we're going to head back into the dock, and we are going to pick up Flick, who is Matthew's wife, and Zachary, my son, and Corey, Zachary's son. I'm going to take them out for a little fishing trip on the river as well, and see if they can catch a fish or two. So let's get these in and head on in. Okay, so we've popped in and picked up Flick and our 2 sons, and I'm sat at the front of the boat now with Zachary. And what bait have you got on, mate?
Sand eel.
Sand eel. And what are you hoping to catch?
A big shark.
Big shark. Fantastic. Well, hopefully you'll get that big shark and it doesn't tow us all the way to France. And then if the camera lady Flick wants to swing around, there's Matthew with his son Corey. You alright, Corey?
Yeah.
Cool. What bait have you got on, mate?
Sand eel.
Excellent. And what do you want to catch?
A bass.
Get in. Well, hopefully you'll catch a bass, a big bass, and we can have it for tea. But this is the beauty of this boat. It's a 16 foot, like Maurice said at the beginning of the video, and there's currently 3 adults and 2 children on here, very comfortably with four rods and a couple of bait boxes as well. So highly recommended. And Zachary wants to catch a bass for tea too. So hopefully we'll catch back with you soon with a fish or two, fingers crossed. That one on camera, but here we have a little bullus. Slightly different from the dogfish that we caught earlier, and the way to tell is if you turn it over, on a bullus there's no line from the nostrils down to its mouth, whereas on a dogfish there is. And that is my very first bullus. Perfect. Let's get him back in the water. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I'm going to bait up this sliver of macro. Seeing we've just had a bullus, we're going to put this on, so I'm just going to thread the hook down the skin side, bring it through, and again, so it comes up there, slide it up, and then the last one through the skin side. Now the reason I've done that is because the skin side is tougher, and also the hook is sitting proud and it's out the same side as the meat. So when the fish bites down, it's going to bite down on this side, and that is where the fish will hopefully take. So we're going to get this one over and see if we can get another bullus. Okay, so we've had a great day out fishing. We didn't catch a quantity of fish that we wanted to, but at least we had a nice few different species. But we've all had a good time. We're heading in now. We've given it a good old crack, and I think we've all enjoyed it, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Louder? Yeah!
Yeah.
And it's definitely something I would recommend coming down, giving Maurice a phone call, hiring a boat and coming out for the day with the whole family. But until next time, stay safe and we'll catch you again.